What if the very words you speak are shaping the life you live? What if your speech is not just sound, but a force that sculpts your posture, your presence, your very destiny? Every sentence you utter is either a seed of strength or a whisper of weakness. Imagine speaking as someone who understands that language is sacred, each word a stone laid in the foundation of your character. Language holds transformative power. It is the invisible architecture of your soul. When you speak with respect for yourself and the weight of your intentions, you forge a spine of steel inside you. But when you soften your words with doubt, self-deprecation, or excuses, you slowly dissolve that inner strength. These habits may seem harmless, even natural, but they are poisons that erode your confidence and cloud your purpose. What if you could change this? What if you could speak only in ways that honor your worth, that affirm your goals as worthy and destined to be achieved? This is not mere optimism. This is the deliberate art of self-command, a daily ritual of shaping your mind through the spoken word. The Stoics, those ancient masters of discipline and virtue, understood this well. They believed that self-belief is not a spontaneous gift, but a craft to be honed with intention every day. They knew that the words you choose to speak to yourself act as compass points, guiding you through life's storms and trials. Today, let us embark on a journey to reclaim our voice, to speak like those who are becoming the fullest version of themselves, strong, purposeful, and unshakable. This is the power you hold in your speech, and it is the beginning of transformation. Your speech is the mirror of your inner world. It reveals the quality of your thoughts, the depth of your self-respect, and the clarity of your purpose. When you soften your words with doubt, or dismiss your own worth through jokes and self-deprecating remarks, you're not just wasting breath, you're eroding the foundation of your own presence. Every time you speak in a way that diminishes yourself, you chip away at your confidence, brick by brick. Consider this. Posture and presence are not just physical phenomena. They are energy fields shaped by how you speak to others and, more importantly, to yourself. The way you phrase your thoughts can either strengthen your spine or cause it to fold. This is no metaphor. It's a reality proven by psychology and ancient wisdom alike. The Stoics taught that self-command is a form of inner strength, a fortress built one choice at a time. Your words are the mortar that holds this fortress together. Begin today by removing self-deprecating language from your vocabulary. Notice the moments when you belittle yourself, joke at your own expense, or dismiss your abilities. These are slow-acting poisons, quietly sabotaging your potential. Replace them with language that commands respect, not arrogance, but truth. Speak about your goals as if they are worthy of pursuit, not as distant dreams, but as inevitable outcomes shaped by your effort and discipline. Struggles will come, but how you speak of them defines your reality. Speak of challenges with honesty. Yes, but never from victimhood. The Stoics recognize struggle as a natural part of growth, neither a punishment nor a curse. Strength grows from facing hardship with grace and courage. When you frame your struggles as lessons, as evidence of your effort and growth, you cultivate resilience that no external force can break. Speak to yourself as you would to a friend you deeply care for. Imagine a friend in need of encouragement, truth, and grace. Offer that same kindness and firmness to yourself. Remind yourself daily of your worth, your resilience, and your power to transcend limitations. Your words can ignite your inner fire or snuff it out. They can chain you to your past mistakes or free you into a future crafted by your own hand. The choice is yours. This is the alchemy of language, the transformation of your inner landscape through the simple, profound act of speech. Let your voice become your compass, not a chain. Let it serve as a daily affirmation of your purpose, discipline, and unwavering pursuit of virtue. In this way, your language is not just communication. It becomes the fertile soil where belief takes root, grows, and bears fruit. Remember, your future begins with the sentences you dare to speak today. Each word is a seed planted in the garden of your becoming. Cultivate it with care. Speak with intention. Speak with strength. And watch as your world transforms in response to the language you choose. Belief is not a one-time decision or a fleeting feeling. It is a disciplinia, sacred ritual you perform every day. Like the ancient Stoics, who began and ended their days with mindful contemplation, you must make belief a daily act of remembrance, remembering who you are and who you are becoming. This is no passive exercise. It is an active forging of character, a repeated rehearsal of your highest values that shapes the very essence of your being. The Stoics understood deeply that virtue and strength do not emerge by accident. They are the result of intention, practiced consistently. Every morning, before the noise of the world floods your mind, remind yourself, I choose integrity. I choose courage. I choose to embody the strength of my soul. This simple statement is a powerful declaration. It sets the tone for how you move through the day, how you meet challenges, and how you carry yourself. In the evening, do not drift into mindless distraction or avoidance. Instead, engage in honest reflection. Ask yourself the hard questions the Stoics posed. Did I act according to my highest principles? Did I live with purpose? Did I bring strength to my struggles and grace to my victories? These questions are not tools for guilt or shame. They are instruments of precision. They sharpen your awareness and help you steer your life with clarity and discipline. Think of each day as a single brick. Alone, it may feel insignificant, even fragile. But when laid consistently with intention and care, these bricks build a fortress, a stronghold of character that no storm can dismantle. Your integrity is not forged in grand moments alone, but in the repetition of right action, especially when no one is watching and no applause follows. This is the furnace where self-belief is born and tempered. True self-belief is not the product of shallow affirmations repeated without meaning. It is the outcome of alignment where your choices consistently reflect the values of your highest self. This alignment is not a performance. It is a deep, silent agreement you make with your soul. It is the quiet mastery of yourself that no external event or circumstance can undermine. Do not wait for a crisis to discover your strength. Do not wait for validation to treat yourself with dignity. Do not wait for the perfect moment to begin practicing excellence. Show up now. Show up when it is hard, when it is quiet, when no one else is around. This is the daily ritual of self-command, the ability to rise each day and act with integrity, no matter how tempting it may be to falter. At night, ask yourself 3 questions. What did I do well today? Where did I stray from my path? How will I improve tomorrow? These questions ground you in truth and direct your growth. Keep a record not for shame, but for sharpening. Track not only your results, but your resolve. Let your life become a testimony to the power of daily integrity, a steady fire that burns quietly, but unshakably, through every season of your existence. Your habits become the language of your soul. Your journal becomes a map of transformation. The legacy you build is written in your rituals, in the consistency of your self-belief, and in the way you honor your highest ideals every single day. What will you leave behind when your days are done? The Stoics carried death not as a shadow of fear, but as a lens of focus. Memento mori, remember you must die, was not a call to despair, but a summons to live with urgency, earnestness, and meaning. They knew that a life, no matter how brief, lived with virtue and clarity is infinitely more powerful than a long life wasted in doubt and distraction. Self-belief grants you the courage to live on purpose, to act with intention, to see every moment, not as something to survive or endure, but as a sacred opportunity to shape the legacy of your soul. The Stoics were unafraid to face the end because they lived each day from the beginning with clarity. They embraced their mortality so they might never waste a moment in complacency. You do not know how many days you have, but you do know this one, this moment, and that is where all power lives. Do not wait for permission to be who you are. Do not seek approval from the world to live your truth. Walk forward with quiet power and deep conviction. Let each day be a sentence in a story that echoes beyond your lifetime. Time slips like sand through the fingers of those who hesitate, but those who walk forward with self-belief leave footprints that last. The legacy of the Stoic is not written in titles or wealth, but in the way they met life with courage, clarity, and composure. It is reflected in how they held firm to their principles when compromise beckoned, in how they responded with patience when anger burned hot, in how they stood tall when silence would have been safer. True self-belief is never arrogance. It is not a mask to impress others. It is born of truth, the truth of your own worth, your resilience, and your purpose. When you embody this truth, you leave behind more than words. You leave an example, a way of living that others can look to when their path grows uncertain. Your family will remember your steadiness. Your friends will remember your strength. Your children, if you have them, will remember not just your words, but the way you carried yourself. History may never record your name. The world may never applaud you, but your soul will know that you truly lived. You will have moved through life with integrity, with impact, with presence. Self-belief is not a tool for controlling others. It is mastery of yourself. And in that mastery, you become unforgettable. You may not leave behind monuments or fortunes, but you will leave an energy, a memory, a message written in how you lived, how you endured, and how you lifted others. Let that be your legacy, to walk with strength, to speak with truth, to act with purpose in a world that often applauds noise but forgets quiet power. Let your quiet resolve be a thunder that echoes long after you are gone. Self-belief is not lightning. It is not bravado. It is not a roar. It is a quiet flame, fed daily by courage, virtue, and clarity. It grows stronger with each choice made in alignment with your highest self. The Stoic walks forward, not because he is certain of success, but because he is certain of his purpose. Walk with conviction, live with truth, stand in the storm, and above all, believe in who you are becoming. That is the Stoic way. That is the power within you. Unleash it. Your speech is no mere noise. It is the architecture of your inner world. Each word you speak either fortifies your spirit or erodes it. The way you carry yourself, the posture of your presence, begins in the sound of your voice and the clarity of your expression. Speak as someone who honors the power of language. Speak as if every syllable is a step toward the self you are destined to become. Remove self-deprecating language from your vocabulary. These little phrases, these moments when you joke at your own expense or quietly dismiss your worth, are slow-acting poisons. They weaken your confidence, tighten invisible chains around your potential, and dim the fire of your inner light. When you speak of your goals, speak with certainty. Own your pursuit as worthy, necessary, and inevitable. When you recount your struggles, do so honestly but never as a victim. Struggle is real, so is strength. Strength grows when your expression honors effort, not pity. How you speak to yourself shapes your reality. Speak to yourself as you would to a friend deserving of compassion, truth, and encouragement. Remind yourself daily of your worth, your resilience, and your capacity to transcend limitations. Your words can either ignite your inner fire or extinguish it. They can chain you to the past or free you into your future. Choose them with care. Speak as someone who believes they are becoming who they are meant to be. Let your voice be a compass, not a cage. Let your speech become an affirmation daily and unwavering of your purpose, discipline, and pursuit of virtue. Words are not just sound. They are the soil in which belief takes root and flourishes. Your language births the world you inhabit. What world are you building with your speech? One of doubt or one of power? One of fear or one of grace? Your future begins with the sentences you dare to speak today. Begin now. Belief is not a one-time spark. It is a steady flame that requires daily tending. It is a discipline, a ritual that must be practiced each morning with intention and each night with reflection. The Stoics understood this well. They began and ended their days not with idle distractions, but with mindful contemplation, a conscious rehearsal of the values they wished to embody. Self-belief grows not from shallow affirmations, but from a committed alignment between your actions and your highest ideals. It is forged in the silent moments when no one is watching, in decisions made with integrity rather than applause. To believe in yourself, you must first know yourself courageously, honestly, without excuses. Ask yourself, did I live today according to virtue? Did I act with purpose? Did I meet my struggles with strength and my victories with grace? These are not questions to punish yourself, but to sharpen your resolvido, steer your life with precision rather than drift aimlessly. Each day is a brick. Alone, it may feel insignificant, but with consistency these bricks build an unshakable fortress. Your character. Do not wait for a crisis to discover your strength. Forge it daily. Do not wait for validation to honor your dignity. Treat yourself with respect now. Do not wait for opportunity to begin practicing excellence. Show up when it's difficult, when it's quiet, when no one notices. This is the Stoic ritual of self-command, the ability to rise each day and act with integrity, even when comfort tempts you to falter. To lead yourself when no one will reward you. At the end of each day, ask 3 questions. What did I do well? Where did I stray? How will I improve tomorrow? These questions anchor you to your path. Keep a record not for shame, but for growth. Track your growth, not just results, but your resolve. Let your life become a testament to the power of daily integrity, a quiet, consistent fire that builds something enduring over time. Your habits must reflect your highest ideals. Your journal becomes a map of transformation. Your legacy is being written in your rituals. What will you leave behind when the noise fades? The Stoics lived with death not as a specter of fear, but as a sharp focus that cut through distraction. They knew a short life lived with virtue far outweighs a long life wasted in doubt. Self-belief is the courage to live on purpose, to act with intention, and to see every moment not as something to endure, but as something sacred to shape. They embraced memento mori, remember you must die, not as a morbid thought, but as a call to live urgently, earnestly, meaningfully. You don't know how many days remain, but you do know this one. You do know this moment, and that is where your power lives. The Stoics would say, make it count. Do not wait for permission to be who you are. Do not wait for the world's approval. Walk with quiet power. Live with deep conviction. Let each day be a sentence in a legacy that speaks louder than any title. Time slips through the fingers of those who hesitate, but those who move forward with self-belief leave footprints that last. The legacy of the Stoic is not in riches or fame. It is in how they faced life with courage, clarity, composure. It is in how they held their principles when compromise was easy, how they responded with patience when anger burned, and how they stood tall when silence would have been safer. When you believe in yourself not from arrogance, but from truth, you leave behind more than words. You leave behind an example, a way of living others can look to when their own path is dark. Your family will remember your steadiness. Your friends will remember your strength. Your children, if you have them, will remember not just what you said, but how you stood. The world may never applaud you. History may never record your name, but your soul will know it lived. You will have moved through the world with integrity, impact, presence. Self-belief is not about controlling others, but mastering yourself. And in that mastery, you become unforgettable. You may not leave monuments or fortunes, but you will leave energy, memory, a message written in how you lived, how you endured, how you lifted others. Let that be your legacy. To walk with strength, speak with truth, act with purpose. In a world that applauds noise, let your quiet resolve be thunder that echoes long after you are gone. Self-belief is not lightning. It is not noise. It is not bravado. It is a quiet flame growing with every act of courage, every choice aligned with virtue, every moment of clarity in chaos. The Stoic walks forward not because success is certain, but because purpose is. Walk with conviction, live with truth, stand in the storm. Above all, believe in who you are becoming. That is the Stoic way. That is the power within you. Unleash it. Part 8. The power within your Stoic awakening. The journey you embark upon today, the path of self-belief, is no small task. It is a lifelong commitment to show up, even when the world offers no applause. To stand firm, even when the ground beneath you trembles. To rise, not because fate guarantees victory, but because your purpose demands it. The Stoics teach us that power is not bestowed from without. It is awakened from within. It is the stillness in the storm, the calm in the chaos, the quiet voice that says, I will endure, I will grow, I will become. This power, your power, is forged not in moments of ease, but in trials. Each struggle, each setback, each challenge is a hammer shaping the iron of your spirit. The flame of self-belief burns brighter when fanned by adversity, not sheltered from it. Remember, the greatest victories are not always seen or celebrated. Sometimes, they are the small, silent triumphs, the decision to keep going when giving up seemed easier, the choice to speak your truth when silence whispered comfort, the courage to confront your shadows when denial tempted peace. You are not defined by the mistakes you have made, but by the resolve you cultivate to learn and move beyond them. The Stoic life is not a path of perfection, but a discipline of alignment. Each day, a practice of becoming more honest, more resilient, more true. Speak to yourself as a friend, worthy of your kindness and respect. Let your words be a beacon, guiding you back to your highest self whenever you stray. In the tapestry of your thoughts, weave threads of courage, patience, and grace. When you live with such intention, self-belief ceases to be a fleeting feeling and becomes the very fabric of your being. You become unshakable not because you deny pain or doubt, but because you embrace them as teachers. This is the power of the Stoic way, to transform inner turmoil into wisdom, fear into courage, uncertainty into clarity. To walk through life fully awake, fully aware, and fully yourself. So stand tall in your purpose. Speak with the weight of your convictions. Act with the certainty that you are becoming who you are meant to be. The world may not always understand your quiet power. It may mistake your calm for weakness or your resilience for stubbornness. But you will know the truth, that your strength lies in unwavering self-belief. This is your awakening. This is your legacy. Unleash the power within and become the architect of your own destiny. The Stoic way is not just a philosophy, it is a life lived in mastery, courage, and profound freedom. Walk forward with that knowledge. Live as if each moment were your last. Because in the end, the only thing that truly matters is how fully you believed in yourself, in your purpose, and in the transformative power of your own quiet flame.